Welcome to Tangled Web Tales, where stories are told and the drama unfolds. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss newly uploaded videos. Without further delay, let's get to our first tale. Am I the asshole for wearing the same color as the bride as a wedding harpist and not changing? So, I, F18, was asked to play the harp at a friend of my father's wedding. Normally, I would ask for payment beforehand, but since it was a family friend, they asked if they could just pay me at the reception, and I told them yes. The dates worked out for me, and it was set in a church about 1 hour from my house. I showed the dress I planned to wear to the bride when we went over the music she wanted and at the rehearsal, but only on a hanger. It looks like it would be ugly on a hanger, as it's just navy blue with long sleeves and floor length, but it's surprisingly pretty. I got to the venue about 4 hours early, so my harp would have time to acclimate to the room. When I got there, the bride's mother came to give me my corsage, and when she saw me, she demanded I change my dress. I laughed because I've known her for years, and then realized she wasn't joking. I asked what was wrong with it, and she said that the bride went with a non-traditional dress that was also navy blue. I panicked a little, because this is her wedding and I felt really bad, but she and her groom had approved it twice. I told the mother, and she asked if I had any other color I could change into. I don't bring extra dresses unless my dress somehow doesn't get approved beforehand, so I didn't. She then told me to go to the bridal shop 20 minutes away and buy a new dress. I refused, because those dresses would cost about what I was getting paid for this wedding, and I told her I couldn't afford it. I felt bad, but she begrudgingly walked away. The actual wedding went smoothly, and after everyone else had left the church and congratulated the bride, I stopped to talk to her. I explained what the mother-in-law said, and she said that it was fine and that they weren't thinking when they approved my dress. At the reception, when I talked for her mother-in-law about payment, she refused to pay me. I didn't want to cause a scene, but the bride came over and heard us talking. This time, she was also upset with me and also refused to pay me. I didn't know what to do. As my parents were busy and couldn't attend this wedding, I didn't have anyone there to back me up. A lot of people assume harpists come from a lot of money because of how expensive harps are, but I've been renting a harp since 4th grade, and when my teacher passed, we bought it for an amazing deal. I also charge a lot less than most musicians would, but I have a college payment due in a few days and I can't afford it. I got my parents involved when I got home, and my dad talked to his friend, the father of the groom, who was there when they approved the dress, and he got the payment to me. I still feel really bad, but I don't think there was anything I could have done. Should I have just sucked it up and bought a new dress? AITA? No, you are not the asshole here. The bride and groom approved your dress not once, but twice. Therefore, the responsibility of your dress falls on them and not you. You did what you needed to do by having the dress approved prior to the wedding. The mother-in-law is the first asshole in this case. She should have spoken with her son and daughter-in-law before making such erroneous demands on you. The bride is the second asshole here. She knew she approved your dress, and after realizing her mistake, she should have owned it and not flipped the blame to you. You completed your obligation of playing the harp at the wedding, so they both get double asshole status for refusing to pay after the wedding. If they were so concerned about your dress, they should have just had you not perform and leave. Instead, they needed you, so they let you play and with plans of not paying you. That is manipulative and deceitful. Major assholes. Our next story involves a father refusing to pay for her daughter's tuition. Let's dive in.
Am I the asshole for refusing to pay my daughter's tuition after she lied about her major? I'll keep this short. My daughter, who is 19, told me she was going to college to major in computer science. I was ecstatic about this because she's been set on majoring in illustration. For years I've been trying to talk her out of it. I know she loves illustration, but it is extremely hard to get a steady job out of that. I wanted her to do something she could be successful in. I want her to have a wider range of opportunities. As it turns out, she lied to me. She's majoring in illustration. She got some mail about some art exhibition at her school. I thought nothing of it at first because I knew she was a computer science major. After looking into it a bit more, I found out her work was chosen to be displayed in the exhibition. I was furious. I've spent tens of thousands of hard-earned money for computer science. That's what we agreed on. I told her she can do what she wants, but I will not support her. She can pay for it herself or get her mother to pay. Or she could begin to pay me back for the money she stole from me, interest-free. My wife said I'm being unreasonable, that she's only 19 and asking her to pay for her own tuition is asking too much of her. I didn't think it was as I agreed to pay for her to study computer science, nothing else. I was also giving her a chance to make what she did right. I was deceived and my money was going towards something I had no say in. Now my wife and daughter are upset with me. I'm starting to reflect and think maybe I could have been nicer about the situation.
Well, sir, you are definitely the asshole here. I understand you think you know what is best for your daughter and that you are paying for her college tuition, but what you are doing is putting a condition on your generosity. What is more important here, your daughter's happiness with a career she finds fulfilling, or you getting your way? Imagine that you are responsible for her misery working in a career she doesn't enjoy all because you threw a toddler tantrum because she didn't do what you wanted. Stop being so controlling and support your daughter's ambitions of being an artist. You might want to do some research on illustrators, because they can make a really good living. For our final story, a man cancels trip with fiancé.
Am I the asshole for canceling the trip after my fiancé decided to bring her 10-year-old son with us? I am 33, have been with Natalie of 32 for 2 years. We're getting married soon and she shares custody of her 10-year-old son with her ex-husband. Ever since her ex-husband got sick, Natalie kept bringing her son over more often. Sometimes her mom would take him due to work, etc. We've been having issues because of that because Natalie has to bring my stepson with us whenever we go. We started going out less and less. Since it's been a month since we've gone out and since her ex has gotten better, I've arranged for a trip to the beach for the weekend. It's supposed to be a couple's getaway. She was excited for it and prepared for everything. The night before the trip she comes up to me and says, "Hey, Tom is sick again and he asked if I could take Taylor to spend the weekend with us." I was gobsmacked. I asked what she told him, and she said she agreed. She then proceeded to tell me that she'd like to take Taylor with us to the beach. I got upset and told her to not bother because the trip was officially cancelled. She looked at me shocked, but I told her she shouldn't act shocked and surprised after she successfully ruined yet another opportunity for us to have quality, alone time together. She went on about how she couldn't believe that I expect her to ditch her son since her mom was busy as well and getting a babysitter wasn't on the table. I just shrugged and told her it was done, then I walked out. I went with the guys instead and she has been upset with me about it, saying I could have just agreed to let my stepson Tyler come with us and we would have at least had some family time together while Tom gets better. She said I was the one who screwed up. Am I the asshole? Edit/info because I feel like this has gone into a whole different direction. Folks here need to chill the freak out. Nowhere in my post did I mention not being ready or accepting to be a step-parent. Trust me, I am ready and so far have been nothing but understanding and patient. I love my stepson and consider him as my own, but, and read this carefully, my problem is with his mom constantly changing plans last minute and not even asking if that's okay with me. And yes, I had to go out with the guys instead. Didn't know what else to do since she obviously wanted some space from me for the weekend, which is alright with me, by the way. I'm not mad about that at all. I just appreciated it if she'd been a little bit more considerate of my thoughts and opinions.
Well, OP, you are definitely the asshole here. You don't have any children of your own and you clearly do not understand the role of a parent. Your fiancée is a mother, and she has motherly responsibilities, which means when her ex is sick and unable to care for their son, she steps in. You are being very selfish expecting her to say no to taking her son for the weekend because it interrupted your plans. Children will always come first, no matter what. You really do not sound ready to be a step-parent, and your edit didn't help your case. You are mad because she didn't consider your thoughts or opinions. Sorry dude, but when it comes to children, your thoughts and opinions are irrelevant. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed these web tales. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't forget about us, and you will see more of our content. Hit the bell to be notified of new videos when they are uploaded. Smash the thumbs up so you can be sure YouTube knows you want to see more content like this. So, who do you think is the asshole in these stories? Comment below with your thoughts and let us know if you agree or disagree with our assessment of these situations. Until next time, happy tangled web tales everyone.